Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review A New York Christmas Wedding. And just to make this clear, this is not a Netflix rom-com, like I thought it and assumed that it was. And that's important to put out there because don't go in expecting this to be a fun, just romping kind of comedy in the holidays, full of romance. There is some romance, but this is some serious stuff. And this tells the story of a woman named Jennifer who her best friend died when she was younger after they stopped communicating, but all these years she had those feelings for her and never acted on them. And now she's about to be wedded on Christmas Eve to this man from a rich family, and she's greeted by a guardian angel who puts her in an alternate world where she professed her love and is now living the life of what could have been with her best friend. And Jennifer's played by Naya Fairweather, and we have Gabrielle played by Adriana DeMeo. And this film is written, directed, and also starring Atoja Abit. And these two women have fantastic chemistry together. And they're really the spark and the heart and the soul of this film. You spend this time as Jennifer, this character, is finding this life that she could have had and making those connections to it. And there's trauma, there's pain in the background of these two characters, and she's starting to really realize what she missed, and she's growing this intense and passionate connection to her friend that she never got to act on before. And obviously this is a film that's very heavily in tuned with faith, and it's ambitious in the fact that it takes on the idea of gay marriage and being gay, but also being religious in Catholicism. And Chris Noth, who is also an executive producer on the film, plays this father who at the church takes on and has a very impassioned scene calling for equality. And those are some of the most powerful moments in this film. It's a heavy film, and I do have to say it can get a bit melodramatic and a bit showy at times, but I think the hardest thing to take into account are some of the plot decisions, and some of the story points are a little problematic. And just where this guardian angel comes from, as you find out, just this idea of the story and what she is tasked with deciding between, I feel like is challenging to say the least to make work. And I feel like the story's a bit uneven and shaky in the way that it presents it, and it takes you out of the film and it makes you feel a little uneasy about what this film's trying to say, which sucks because the representation and the passion in terms of the messaging when it comes to same-sex relationships and giving this holiday romance the spotlight of these two women who have great passion together and they love each other. And the fact that the film is shot very bland and there's some serious story problems and very shaky moments throughout the film really takes away from those moments that are really impassionate and very special. And when it comes down to it, this is a hard watch. It's definitely going to be challenging in terms of emotionally and what you can take as an audience member in terms of how the story plays out, which some of it made me pretty angry with how it played out, but not only what happened, but how it was presented. But I also felt those moments where I felt extremely connected to these characters and loved every moment of them interacting with each other. So there's a lot of very strong positives and some strong negatives here. And all kind of balances out to a mixed match of an experience and something that I think is still worth seeing and inspiring with what it tackles in the film. But those are my thoughts on A New York Christmas Wedding. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.